to another Kernel knowledge lesson entitled Grit. In this lesson, we're going to think about a complex topic in a short amount of time, focused around your mindset and your positivity around your sales skills. So the next time you're with your team or your customers, we can think about grit as the success factors. We want to know who and what is going to make us successful toward reaching our goals and is going to make it worth our time. We only have so many hours in a day, and I promise you, I have the same amount of time in a day and in a week as you do. So from a time management standpoint, it would be super helpful to know how to be able to predict our success factor. We can define that as someone's grit. If we think about this quote from Woody Allen, that 80% of success in life is simple. It's called showing up. Staying true to the commitments you made, even when you're not comfortable, is critical in developing your grit skills. Fun fact, that 40% of people who buy home exercise equipment have stated they end up using it less than they expected. Maybe you're like me. You've got a great treadmill, but it doesn't always get used for its real purpose. Our consistency of effort over the long run is everything, and that's how we continue to improve. If you think about your talent times some effort, we consider that skill. If we take it one step further and we think about your skill, which would be your talent times effort, times that a little more effort, and we get to the achievement. Potential is one thing, but what you're going to do with it is another. If you thought you have the time to become better, do you actually put in this talent, the effort, and the skill to achieve that goal? Without your effort, your talent is nothing more than mute potential. Without effort, your skill is nothing more what you could have done, but you didn't. And finally, without effort, talent becomes skill, and at the very same time, effort makes skill productive. It's about choosing to do with your time and your skill to achieve the goal you set. If we think about the word grit, some of you might be like, I'm not really sure what that means. Grit means sticking to the plan, working hard toward consistency, having that marathon runner's mindset, and really it's about follow through. Do you do what you say you're going to do? At times, I have a lot of things on my to-do list. Some things get done and some things don't. So my grit overall on my to-do list could be improved. Grit is that positive, non-kinetic trait based on two factors. These two factors are going to be your passion and your perseverance. If you have passion around a topic, you're gonna put some effort and some skill into it. If you add that with some perseverance of not letting challenges get in your way, your grit will improve. When we combine the passion and perseverance, your grit becomes enormous. If you think about it from this standpoint, right? Enthusiasm is common, endurance is very rare. So we think about your grit. Are you more of that mindset of a sprinter? You have a number to hit, you've got prospects to talk to, I've got a million things to do, Katie. Are you sprinting towards your sales numbers? Or are you thinking more of a marathon runner? Heck, I'm in this for the long haul for 26.2 miles. And is it about my dedication in being deliberately practicing to reach the finish line on race day. When we think about grit, it's that marathon mindset. What are the little things you're doing? How is your training to reach your end goal? The other way to look at this is to think about we all have expectations. Expectations of ourselves, expectations of our team members, and expectations of our customers. We want to start at point A, directly go in a line to point B. We have a plan, we have a path, it's time to rock and roll. But really, this is reality. Team, at times there are challenges, there are hurdles that get in our way and make life seem more like a scribble mess to get to that reality or that finish line. Any journey you take will have detours, but what you do with those detours shows your grittiness. If you're on that windy road, it'll take you to different places, different experiences. Some are difficult, some are discouraging, but it's really thinking about what did I learn? How was my passion and perseverance to get to the finish line through a scribbled mess or a marathon race? Let's look at some people who have or don't have grittiness. First up, any guesses at who this gentleman is pictured on the screen? This is Albert Einstein, if you guessed right. Some fun facts. He didn't talk until he was 4. He played the violin. He never knew his own phone number, was raised middle class, and at the age of 16, he ran away from home and became a high school dropout. But he has won the Nobel Peace Prize and is known as one of the greatest physicists ever. Does he have grit? I would say so. His passion and his perseverance led him to great things. Next up, any guesses on this famous football star? If you guessed Jerry Rice, correct. This is Google's answer for the best NFL football player ever. He played at Mississippi State College. He was a wide receiver for 20 seasons, mainly for the San Francisco 49ers, but also wore the Oakland Raiders and Seattle Seahawks jersey. He's been to the Pro Bowl 13 times. But his mother would not allow him to play football until his freshman year of high school. Does Jerry have grit? Most definitely. For someone who started a little bit later playing football to then go and have a great career at college and national level shows a lot of passion and perseverance. And here's our last person. Any guesses on this athlete? This is Gabby Grunwald or Anderson. She's from Perham, Minnesota, and she ran track for the University of Minnesota Golden Gophers. She then became an All-American professional middle distance runner. She was diagnosed with cancer in 2009, another form in 2016, another type in 2017, and one more type of cancer in 2018. An interesting fact about her, in 2017, in between cancer treatments and 100-degree heat, she ran her last professional race at her personal best. Does Gabby have grit? Yeah, definitely. She's got lots of passion and perseverance to go through cancer 4 times, but yet still achieve her goals. So what's your fun facts when you think about your grit? How do you get more gritty? How do we coach others to get more gritty? Simple. It's about growth mindset. It's thinking through what is your deliberate practice. If you're not improving, you're not doing deliberate practice. You can't run a marathon without running a few 5Ks, 10Ks, probably even a few half marathons from a physical and a mental standpoint. There are some rules of deliberate practice. Have a clear goal, put some effort into it, ask for some feedback from others, and then rinse and repeat. We can learn a new language. You can learn a new skill. Maybe you want to take up golf. and you've never swung a golf club. All of those things can be done. It's what is your grittiness level? What is your growth mindset? Your ability to learn is not fixed. Your brain grows and changes, but it's about understanding, how do I continue to put the passion and perseverance together? So the next time you find yourself wondering, how do I measure? How do I identify success in myself and others? Remember, it's about grit. What is your passion and your perseverance? So the last thought for our time together is, your potential is one thing, but what you do with it will determine your grittiness. I would encourage you to check out the YouTube video and/or book by Angela Duckworth entitled Grit to learn a little bit more. Happy to help with any questions, or feel free to reach out to your Bayer Crop Science representative. Have a great day, and think about, where's my grittiness?